Is it actually possible to become a millionaire with AI? How long does it take to start seeing the results? You're not alone. I had the same question, and after extensive research and experimentation, I found two super effective yet surprisingly simple ways. Now, before I talk about these methods, I looked closely at many successful AI stories to see how long does it take to start noticing the results. A lot of clickbait content for AI promises fast track to riches. Now that might be true for a tiny fraction of people, but for the majority of us, myself included, the real key is consistency. Regularly taking small steps towards our goals can indeed make a large difference. If you worked on your idea and improved it by 1% daily, after 1 year, you will be 365% ahead of where you started. So if you're looking to become a millionaire overnight, then this video may not be your cup of tea. And one last thing, I have linked some useful resources to learn AI in the description. Do check them out. All right, let's dive in. A couple of years ago, I wanted to build a web application to provide financial education to folks regardless of where they lived. I was working at the world's largest professional and accounting services firm. I had all the relevant knowledge, but lacked one key skill. I couldn't code. I was still quite determined and started learning to code with Python. I signed up for a course with the University of Michigan, but along the way, I realized the hard truth. It would take me a couple of years to get to a point where I could build an app on my own, and hiring someone was just too expensive. Have you ever had a groundbreaking idea but felt handcuffed because you lacked a key skill? Well, AI just knocked that barrier out of the park. I'd like you to meet David, who is currently available in Pixels only. David's groundbreaking idea was to harness the power of AI to revolutionize job searches, making CVs and cover letters not just documents, but pathways to dream careers. That was quite dreamy, right? But here's the twist. Coding was alien to David, as it was to me. You're seeing the pattern. In the beginning, David asked Siri to code for him, but then he realized Siri was still trying to figure out the true meaning and purpose of life.
Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out the true meaning and purpose of life.
It still is at the time of this video. Undeterred, he found out and turned to Bubble.io, a no-code software development platform, which allowed him to turn his idea into reality without writing a single line of code. Now Teal, his startup, continues to grow and has raised more than $11 million from investors and has more than 11,000 active users on its platform. But what is SaaS? It simply means offering software as a service. For example, a subscription for Adobe Premiere Pro to edit videos is a SaaS. No-code AI SaaS means using AI to develop software which you can then sell as a service. No-code SaaS platforms like Bubble, AppMaster, and Webflow allow you to build web apps faster without knowing any coding knowledge. You drag and drop elements instead of writing thousands of lines of code. The global no-code AI platform market size was valued at $3.06 billion back in 2022 and is expected to grow annually at 33.8% from 23 to 2030. Now, a word of caution, using no-code platforms significantly lowers the technical barrier to entry. However, foundational business and marketing skills are still necessary. But what is the secret ingredient to success? I continued to dig deeper and identified an astonishing but common success factor. Successful startups address a problem that affects a sizable population, something often referred to as the addressable market. So before you rush off to create another app for booking travel tickets, remember, even my grandma has mastered that on her smartphone. Now, my grandma is not in this world anymore, but you get the point. But will it make you a millionaire? Let's crunch some numbers. They are a bit optimistic, but let's assume you launch a SaaS which is solving an important problem and you price it at a $15 monthly plan. And in 2-3 years, you get 10,000 happy customers, which from there modestly grows at 15% every year. Now you can generate $1 million in 5 to 7 years. If you execute well, your no-code SaaS can absolutely reach 7 or even 8 figures. Now, if you're still thinking whether you can pull it off or not, remember Steve Jobs' words. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Every day, humans and AI co-create a staggering 20 million images across just 4 AI services. That's like creating the entire Loa collection in less than 24 hours. Impressive, right? A study shows that 81% of successful digital art initiatives are AI driven. Now that's all well and good, but how do you generate art that sells and makes money? What are the hottest AI art generators? How do you create mind-blowing AI generated art and graphics? And more importantly, where do you sell them to actually make money? As a numbers guy, I craved hard facts and evidence. What I uncovered was fascinating. Now the internet is flooded with AI art generators, bursting onto the scenes like mushrooms in the rain. Some of the frontrunners include Midjourney, Adobe Firefly, DALL-E from OpenAI, and Bing Image Generator. But do they really deliver on their promise of top-notch art and graphics? To find out, I set them each a challenge. Design a sticker showcasing a unique and fun twist on classic Halloween using distinctive art style to stand out. The results, I have to admit, were fairly impressive. DALL-E delivered a vibrant blend of colors and stayed true to my request. Next, Adobe Firefly elevated the game with its intricate detailing, creativity, and vibrance in the output. So impressive, I'd probably wear it. Bing Image Generator came in strong with its design despite being free. Though I don't have Midjourney subscription, the buzz around its result is nothing short of spectacular. Now my dive deep didn't stop here. I uncovered another crucial factor that drastically improved the quality of the generated images. This time, I asked each of the tools to generate
a spooky and cute illustration of a black cat with yellow eyes and a purple color sitting on a wooden windowsill with a jack-o'-lantern and a candle beside it, looking at the full moon and a swarm of bats in the dark blue sky. Halloween themed drawing.
The results were absolutely unexpected. The 3 images looked broadly similar and were all quite good. Now this proved one thing: better prompts equals better results. Using precise and detailed descriptions produced better results across all image generators, and they were not very different. But how much do they cost? So where do you sell them? This is where it gets exciting. You can sell AI generated book covers, merchandise, stock photos, and wall art on Etsy or Wirestock or many other marketplaces. Use print on demand platforms like Redbubble and Society6 to upload designs for printing on products like t-shirts, mugs, and phone cases, etc. And for the brave heart, dive into the world of NFTs, but explaining that would need a full video on its own, so I'll skip it for now. Next, I needed proof if anyone actually made money out of this, and I was in for a treat. An AI portrait was sold for an astonishing $432.5K in 2018. But that's just tip of the iceberg, and maybe someone just got lucky. I think they probably did. But then I stumbled upon this Etsy store. The store had made more than 144K sales at the time of my research, had more than 780 items listed, and assuming an average price of $2.5 made a revenue of more than $290K. That's right, more than $250,000. Now you can create 782 stunning images, much better than this store, within a week, optimize SEO, advertise them, and start making money. But remember, the key is consistency. No millionaires were made overnight. Now you might be thinking this all sounds great, but I don't have a lot of money to start with. Well, don't worry, I have got you covered. Check out this video where I share 10 things I stopped buying to save more money.